guys, so today I have a couple of spooky like Halloween things to show you. These are a couple of candle holders which I got off of eBay. I got them from different sellers and they were both dramatically different prices. But I thought I'd share them with you because they are so gorgeous and I hadn't actually seen them before. They're from a company called Partylite. From what I can tell, they're a little bit like Yankee Candle. They make like a big range of like candle holders and tea light holders and wax melt thingies. Of course, they have loads of Halloween bits. So I did a little bit of research and I ended up buying two different ones. Really kindly, I was sent links to these by the Midnight Crafter who spotted them on eBay. A lot of these things are only on eBay for a couple of days and they go really quickly, so if you see something you want to buy, it's worth getting right away. Both of these I got through bidding. This one I think I got for about £20 in the end, and this one was around £4, so they do really vary in price and it just fully depends who else is looking at them. I'm going to start with this pumpkin house because it is so gorgeous. So it's these two little pumpkins which are kind of situated next to each other and they've kind of been made to look like a little cottage, and it completely reminds me of like a little fairy cottage. I have a few little fairy houses of my own anyway. I've always wanted a pumpkin fairy house. Detail within these are amazing. I'm going to show you each bit separately, but I just thought I'd show you the overall kind of layout of it. It does have this large hole at the back where you could put like a big tea light or maybe like a small candle in there. This side is hollow as well, so potentially you could somehow slide something down there if you wanted to, but there's a hole at the top here so that any heat from the candle or whatever you're melting just rises from the top. So on the front of the larger pumpkin it has some little steps going up, a little doorway which is very ornate, and it does actually have holes in the design, which means that the light can kind of glisten through here, which gives such a gorgeous effect. Has these two little pot plants here. Even the little pots that the plants are in are so detailed, and it is all fully like attached to the actual pumpkin. And then it's got green shrubbery coming out with red like sort of brown orange flowers in, which gives it a very kind of autumny feel. And then on the smaller one it has little windows, and I love these windows. They've got like a little triangle bat at the top, and then the shutters here have various different stars and moons down them. I just think it looks so magical. Again, you've got the same sort of shrubbery, but this one's kind of coming out the window, and these windows are hollow as well so that the light will shine through them. And the windows are the same on the side and also the back of the pumpkin, even though you wouldn't necessarily see this bit, but I think it's a really nice detail to have added. There is also one other window which is on the side of the bigger pumpkin. This one is very simplistic, but I think it gives an almost more realistic like sort of look to it, because not every window in the house is going to look exactly the same. Top of this pumpkin there are various leaves. Some bits have been like molded into the design and then hand painted over to give kind of green twirly viney kind of bits, but then some of them are actually made of like wire to give it a very 3D effect, and that's kind of sprouting out from underneath the leaves. Hopefully it will show up, but on the leaves and the stalk there's a very fine like little glistening of, it kind of almost reminds me of like sugar or salt that's been sprinkled on there. But I think it's meant to give it sort of like a dewy effect, as if it's kind of a little bit icy, as if there's like almost been like a little bit of a frost outside. It's just very lightly sprinkled all over the top of this little pumpkin house. On the bottom of this pumpkin there are various little kind of felt dots. These are on there just to make sure that the actual ceramic doesn't scratch on any surfaces. It does also have this little illustration of this little tea light holder, and it has the number 1, so I'm assuming there's various different ones, so I'm definitely going to look out for others in this collection. And then it has a little Partylite sticker which is on all of like the authentic pieces. It's how you know that you're actually getting a proper one and not like a fake one. This is so gorgeous, and I store it with all my other like little fairy houses and all my toadstools. It fits in so nicely. As I said, this one was a little bit more expensive, but a lot of people wanted it. I can understand why. It's quite a nice size and it's very detailed. I think originally when I saw this it was around £2.99, but the bidding went up so quickly. So if it is a bid item, I'd recommend watching it and just waiting till the very end to bid, rather than just bidding it up like I did with this one. one I got is a black cat, and unfortunately this one is a little bit broken. It did arrive to me safely, but unfortunately it fell and its tail snapped off. I have actually glued it so you can probably see a little bit of the crack, but I just painted it over with black nail varnish so it's not too obvious, and also it's kind of like at the back anyway, so it's not really that noticeable. Again, I saw this one on eBay. I think I bid the asking price and no one else bid on it, so I got it for relatively cheap compared to the other one, and I just think it's so gorgeous. Obviously it's a little black cat. He has very cute little features. He's kind of like almost in that like stretching Halloween cat pose, and then he has this little cut out bit at the top which is perfect for putting your tea lights in. It is just that little bit too small to put like a jar in or anything, but I feel like with the tea light it kind of makes it nice and flush anyway. A lot more simplistic compared to the pumpkin one, but again it does have that little Partylite sticker at the bottom just to show that it's authentic, and also on the bottom of his feet he has little felt pads, again just to make sure it doesn't scratch. He is made of ceramic and he is very hollow. There's no kind of like shining through features of this, the light does just sit at the top. I did want to mention how gorgeous his eyes are. I love the eyes that they've used. I feel like they're kind of like glass eyes which have been actually set into the design rather than just painted on there, and I think it gives it a really nice effect and almost makes it look more lifelike. I've got a few like black ceramic cats and 2 of them are asleep so they don't have any eyes, and the other one is awake but it's just got just plain black. It doesn't have any eye feature at all, so it's really nice to have one with a little bit more character. I'm currently collecting black ceramic cats, so I was so happy to find this one, and even happier to know it's from a company like Partylite just because their pieces are just such nice quality. Although this one doesn't have a number on the bottom like the other one did, I do know that there are various different black cat designs that Partylite do, so I will be 100% looking out for those. Little kind of mini eBay Partylite haul. I absolutely adore these pieces. They go in very nicely with the rest of my Halloween decorations, and I'd probably say quality wise these are some of the best kind of candle light holders that I've got. As I said, there's quite a few on eBay and some of them are very expensive and some of them are really cheap, so it's just a matter of having a look every other day and kind of keeping aware. I also find as well, when you find one item, if you scroll down to the bottom of the eBay page, it'll give you suggested items, and sometimes you can find the exact same items at a cheaper price but someone has just like listed them under like a slightly odd name. Like for example, some people would just list this as black cat candle holder rather than the Partylite bit. You can potentially get it a lot cheaper when the brand isn't actually named. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please do leave them below. If it's sunny where you are, I hope you're enjoying the shade, and I'll see you next time. Bye!